Listen, struggle streaming. Today we're talking about Dave. And so what has Dave found himself in? He's found himself in a situation where he was paid $30 million. And him being paid $30 million in order to endorse this company, the people weren't taken care of. And the promises that the company was making, they did not deliver upon them. Now, he partnered with a timeshare exit company, the Timeshare Exit Team, and they promised to get you out of your timeshare safely, legally, and forever. Now, one of the things that they promised is that you'll be able to get free consultation. You see the local offices, they're nationally endorsed with the Better Business Bureau, and you can get a 100% money back guarantee. It's a good thing that they offer these things. The bad thing is that they didn't deliver upon them. And it would have been good if they did deliver upon them, because now we would have presented an opportunity for people to not only be endorsed by Dave Ramsey, but to also have an opportunity to get out of that bad investment deal. Now, timeshares are regarded as properties that you buy for certain allocated time slots. So it'd be 1 week, it would be maybe 2 weeks, and you're committed to that 1 week. In that 1 week, you come there, you have access to the property. Throughout the year, you're paying the maintenance fees for that property, and you and other people will share your stake in that property. The challenging part about that is that when it's time to get rid of the property, you have a difficult time getting out of the property. Now, that's the whole thing behind the timeshares, is that they don't serve to be a good long-term play, because you grow up and you discover that you want to do different things with your money as you grow up, as your family grows. And so they prove to be difficult transactions to be had when it's time for you to get rid of them, right? It's almost like hot potato, that one thing that nobody wants, so they pass it off to you, and then you're trying to pass it off to someone else. Or God forbid, if you have an opportunity to send it back, sell it back to the company. Now, Dave has some information that he shares about how to get out of these properties. And these are all, from what I've been told and what I'm seeing, these are all legitimate ways to go about potentially getting out of these properties. Now, the question is it fair for these people to be suing Dave for $150 million when he was only paid $30 million within a six-year span from 2015 to 2021? Is it fair? Now, it would have been nice if they actually did deliver upon this right here. But now Dave ended up getting in the middle of it, and now he's having to speak for them. And if you could look and see, his involvement in 2015 contributed in this company quadrupling from 2015 to 2016. So his involvement contributed in their ability to be able to grow. Now, the issue is that people ended up losing money, because what happens with these timeshare exit companies is that you have to contribute money in the beginning in order for you to be able to get them to work on your behalf. Now, if they don't do the work that you ask them to do, then you find yourself in a tough situation, and it makes it near impossible for you to get your money back. Now, this one specific company ended up finding themselves in a tough situation because they did not deliver upon what they said they would do. Now, the city, excuse me, not the state of Washington actually held them accountable. So in their defense, what they did is they said, hey, listen, we're not going to allow you to rip off our citizens. And what they did was they actually sued this company. And in them suing them, what happened was it put them in a situation where they were fined $22 million. They had to pay $2.6 million, right? And this right here goes into the story where the owner was a gutter salesman way back in 2012, and he discovered that a whole bunch of people were going to the timeshare company in order for them to get out of these transactions. And he realized that it was a great opportunity, and so he created a timeshare exit company. And in the midst of him doing this, he didn't know what he was doing. And the way that they were negotiating contracts put them in a situation where they were promising people to get them out of the deals and ended up not delivering upon it, and essentially just ended up just screwing everyone over. Now, it wasn't until 2021 when people actually started holding them accountable. And this conversation right here with Inside Edition right here is a conversation where these people were holding Dave Ramsey accountable because they were saying, Dave Ramsey, you endorsed this company and you told us that this company is a company that we can count on. And it does not seem like that's the case. So do you guys think that it's fair for Dave Ramsey to be getting sued for $150 million? He was paid $30 million. He endorsed it from the standpoint of him being able to speak for the company, but his endorsement was paid based upon him being paid. Is it fair for him to be taxed an additional $120 million on top of what he was compensated? Now, his net worth, it says, is $200 million. So do you think that there's a possibility that he'll settle for less in this situation? You know, it's hard to tell. So I'd be interested to see what you all have to say. Now, Dave Ramsey is a popular personality, and he has a show where he teaches these 7 baby steps. Save $1,000 towards your emergency fund, right? It's baby step number 1. Pay off your debt, everything except for your home. And then baby step number 3 is save 3 to 6 months of your expenses and to have a fully funded emergency fund. Baby step number 4 is you start putting 15% towards your retirement of your income, right? And then baby step number 5 is you start putting money towards a college fund. Baby step number 6 is you pay your home off early, you know, be weird. Baby step number 7 is build wealth and give. Those are the core tenets of what he teaches. And I believe that he has a really good message. He teaches people how to have a palatable way to go about personal finance. The challenge that I see with this situation is that what is he to do, you know? He endorsed a company which later turned out to scam people and put him in a situation where his name is being smeared, where now 2 years from this conversation, when people were asking him to speak up, now these people are suing him. Now, they were asking him to speak up, and at the time, it seemed like he wasn't ready to speak up, and he was still endorsing the company, saying, hey, this company did do what they were supposed to do, when there were people who were complaining about him not doing what they asked him to do. So do you all think that it's fair for Dave Ramsey to be now held accountable for this situation? Or do you all think that he's innocent here? He's just as much a victim as these other people here. In my opinion, I think that he's a victim just as much as they are a victim. Now, I believe that he should have disclosed that he was being paid in order for him to endorse that company, and that his endorsement was not based upon anything else besides him being paid. Now, I'd be interested to hear from you all what you guys think about this conversation. I don't know. It's hard to tell what's going to happen. He refused to comment back then in 2021, and it seems like he's still refusing to comment at this point. Now there's legitimately a lawsuit. It's in the books. In Washington State, he's being sued, and he's being asked to appear and speak on his behalf, speak on behalf of his company and his endorsement into this company. So I'd be interested to hear what you guys think about this. I didn't want to make this long. I appreciate y'all coming through, and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think in the comments. Should he be held accountable? Is it fair? Is it fair for him to have to pay an additional $120 million on top of what he was paid? Does that money, should that money be expected to go towards the pain and suffering for the people? What do you all think? I'll be looking forward to seeing what you have to say in the comments. All right? You know, follow us on all the different socials. They'll be in the comments. And beyond that, I appreciate you. Until next time, peace.